What I want to know is where's the ingest coming from? Because it ain't coming from here. Here. Be right back. I really don't want to fall. All right. Do I have to start? Do I have to do take 3? I think I do. I think I have to do take 3. Nope. There we go again. Goodbye. Goodbye, IRL toolkit. We've just dipped again. What the hell? Bouncy, 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 bouncy. All right. It looks like it's better now. Don't everybody hold your breath. Hold your breath and think good thoughts. Hold your hold your breath and think good thoughts. Let me connect YouTube for a second. All right, YouTube is here. Twitch is here. I think something broke. Did we change the stream to Excalibur? Yeah. Excalibur. All right, you guys can all see. And go for all the things that irritate me. That'd be great. And it also take me forever because everything irritates me. Haven't you learned this about me yet? All right. Everybody hold still. Nobody move. We're going to start over again. If you made it this far, welcome. Congratulations. You have the patience of Job, which I don't even know what that means. It's something that we said when we were going to church. Let's start over. All right. So we're going to build servers in proxmox, and here's proxmox. And the number one thing we're going to do, we need to get these 2 clusters built out, and one of them is going to need to bolt on it. So I'm going to be doing this weekend is a very, very full weekend. Sunday night I might do some work on this, maybe not, but we need to get Skylar running, and we need to put a secret server on there. And I kind of want to rebuild Hank. In fact, I'm going to chuck Hank right now. Okay, so again, let's talk about the goals of this stream. Yeah, lol. So the goals of the stream are we're going to get it. So we're going to spin up these 2 clusters using Cube Spray, which we already have. We've already kind of got the first version of Cube Spray to do all of that. And we are going to, so we're gonna build some one-off server that's got a vault on it down here, Skylar, and then we're gonna be doing these other 2 clusters, assuming we can get room for those things. And but we need to create the nodes, okay? I'm glad the chat is not on the screen right now, because they're totally trolling me, which is fine. It's not the first time. But yeah. Anyway, so here's Breaking Lab. So Skylar, 6 Skylar's built, but we're gonna rebuild Skylar. We're also gonna rebuild Hank. Hank's gonna get a rebuild because we need to build. We need to build. So we only have. What just happened? Something just happened. All right, here we go. It should have format thing guided to Ubuntu minutes to say anything else to the practice commands. That is it. That is all there is to it. There's nothing more. There's nothing more to it. For now, Quartz. All right, back. Oh, I see a black screen. You might have to refresh. Guys, don't scare me. You guys are scaring me. Are you back to a black screen? I think you have to. I think you have to refresh. Yeah. Refresh. Yeah. I don't know what happened. Something happened. I need more coffee. I'm never gonna get anything done. Oh my god. What was that? It scared me. That just scared me. They're like, I thought, wait, we have a smoke alarm? I can see me in YouTube. Okie dokie. That means you might have to refresh your Twitch. I have the worst lighting ever. We need to make a Red Hat template so we can make Red Hat so we can do the rest of the stuff. Okay, so I have a question. In order to keep things simple and fast, what if we did this? What if we made all of the external servers Ubuntu? And hear me out, okay? The Kubernetes cluster is going to be Red Hat, and here's my thinking here, okay? So if we make the Kubernetes clusters Red Hat, Rocky, then we have a simulated environment that matches my nodes, right? And that includes Heisenberg, which is a management cluster, right? So that these are all Heisenberg is basically the equivalent of our admin cluster or our infrastructure cluster. And then, but all the other servers, if we make them Ubuntu container, Ubuntu servers, then they can also be implemented as containers. And then we can just run the container on the machine outside of Kubernetes and have a system and be able to manage it that way. So we can actually focus on the containerization and virtualization on those machines without having them be like, you know what I mean? Like, so, because I'm pretty sure, let's go check. Install Vault. I mean, Vault is really, really simple, right? A Vault as a container. So the reason I'm thinking about this, because then we could actually manage these external servers, not necessarily as servers, right? We could have multiple versions of Vault running at the same time. We could get the benefits of containerization, you know. So what does that even mean? I mean, because although I don't know that we're getting anything there, we're winning anything there because they're already micro VMs, right? So what are we getting by doing that? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think the Vault server should be a VM, a VM running on proxmox, or should it be a container running inside of a VM? I'm actually after talking through it, I kind of feel like it's better to make it a VM because VMs are just, you know, so raw. It packages a static binary, right? So, and you know, because we're on proxmox, I would do a VM. If I were doing this lab on hardware and these were all hardware nodes, then I would definitely do containerization, right? How do I usually do it? How do I usually do it? Well, normally I would have hardware nodes and I would put, that's why I thought of it. I would put a container engine on the hardware and then I would do that, and I would not use a container. I would not use a container orchestration of any kind on there. I would just put a straight up, it'd be like a static pod. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think if we win anything by using containers on inside of a virtual machine. Other than the stuff that we end up making can all be managed. God, we'd have to do that. Vault has got storage, so we'd have to figure out how to do storage, and then you might as well run it in Kubernetes at that point, because now you're like managing PPC on your own. So yeah, I think I talked myself into uh, a VM with mounted and with an NFS mount, right? So that's another thing we don't have. We do not have an NFS mount. A static pod, yeah. Rather than binary processes on the host. Yeah. I think it's probably right. Yeah. So then that brings a question like, do we want to do NFS? I mean, we can always add NFS after the fact and then put stuff in there. Um, in order to have a cluster, we're going to have NFS, because we're going to have to do storage classes, and we can't have storage classes without storage, and we can't do local storage. So eventually, we're going to have to put the storage KSAP in place in order to instantiate the storage over NFS, which means we're going to need to build 2 NFS servers as well, which does raise the question: do we want to build? Okay, so like. We're missing a server here. We need at least one NFS server. Yeah, and that's going to have a lot of storage on it. So someone come up with a name. We need a name for NFS. I'm not going to do Synology right now. We need a name. Where did they store all their drugs and stuff? What's the girlfriend's name? This is going to take 20 minutes. This is Jesse. No, that should probably be Pollo. Oh, no, we'll call it the laundromat. Malgus? No. No. I think we should name it, I don't know what we should name it. It should be, I'm gonna call it laundromat. What was the name of the laundromat? My God, you guys. I am the one who does laundry. It was called Lavanderia Brillante. Bob's your uncle. Let's call it Lavande. I'm call it Lavande. I don't have time for this. Wait, what? Wait, what? What am I doing? Senior infrastructure engineer learns Lavande. Lavanda. I just want to say it a lot. It makes me very happy. Okay, that's the answer. And Bob's your uncle. Okay, Lawan, NFS. We need to build an NFS server. Here's a question: do we make these servers Red Hat or Ubuntu? I actually prefer to use Ubuntu, and I kind of like having a mixture of Red Hat and Ubuntu out here. So, so we're gonna make that NFS server Ubuntu. So that means we need to make. So today before 8 o'clock, we have 2 hours. Or I'm sorry, it's 7. We need to make 2 templates. No, I'm not using Alpine. And what are we gonna do that? So what considerations should I make sure of when creating a proxmox template? So we need to make an Ubuntu template, and we need to make like a solid Ubuntu template where the networking and everything works right out of the gate. Basis and prep minimal installation, start with the minimal OS to reduce bloat. Then install ISO for Debian. Yes. Set a static host name, use generic one like template to avoid complex when cloned. Use clone int init if needed for dynamic host network usage, especially in cloud line like storeup. All right, so let's go ahead and do it. We're gonna install. We have the images already, so we're gonna go ahead and make it. How much storage should we give to or NFS? This is going to be a big one. All right, all right. Here we go. So let's. We don't need the NFS server right away. We definitely need the secret server right away. So this is going to be a Ubuntu image. Oh, that was very nice. Use Cloud Init templates. Very grateful for that. Thank you for the sub. All right, let's go do. Let's do Skylar. So, Hank is dead. We're gonna kill Hank. Goodbye. Where are you, Hank? I'm gonna kill you. Hank. Hank. Hank will not die. I don't know why. Here, close window. I'm not a smart man. All right, Hank. Hank. Do I have to turn it off? Apparently so. Shut down. Shut down VM101. Yes. I'm gonna shut down Skylar too. 1 terabyte. Hank does not go easily into the night. Don't worry, he will rise again. He will definitely rise again. All right, Skylar, same. So we're taking Skylar out, right? Wait, did we already install Vault on here? I think we did. No, we didn't do any external secrets. I don't think we did external secrets on Skylar, so we're gonna get rid of her. That sounds very much like a theme of the show. We don't need her, so we're gonna get rid of her. All right. At least we can laugh about it. Remove Skylar. We need Walt though. We definitely need Walt. We need Walt and Heisenberg. They gotta stay. They always stay. They're never dead. They never go down. All right, so he's a blah 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 on node home. Then I can wait. What? Okay, so we have Heisenberg. We have Walt. Heisenberg and Walt are here. Now, these we did have templates, but we got rid of them because I got yelled at for making crappy templates. Honestly, I don't know how to make a good template. I don't remember how. I did it once upon a time. So there's Cloud Init here. That's interesting. Wait, does this one have Cloud Init? All right, so we're gonna make a new VM. How much storage do we have local? We're gonna be chopping the storage up. So we have wait, what? Скорее всего, я работ. Нет, хорошо. Я все человек. Oh, I am not a robot. 374 gigabytes on local LVM. 30 gigabytes of 374. So we have plenty of space. We're not going to be putting that much in the container registry. Mr. Roboto, Mr. Roboto. Domo. 100. Okay, so we got. Why am I looking at that? Because we have. I want to know how much room we're going to be able to add for NFS later when we do the harbor, when we do our PVC mounting. I don't know if we're going to have a different storage class between our infrastructure, our admin cluster, and our other real clusters. I think we'll probably have 2 different storage classes in order to model what I have at work. I don't know if we want to play around with GPFS. Can we even put Lustre in our home network? Is that even possible? Can Lustre FS be run in homelab? I don't think you can. I think it's like a for-profit sort of thing. Makes life easier, and Cloud Init is easier for terminal users to communicate. Yeah. I mean, I love Cloud Init, but we've got to have more than that. Is it still the setup for home lab? But yeah, it's a setup for home lab for work. Yeah. The only reason we're doing the Ubuntu stuff is because anytime I'm modeling a service that we depend on within the company that is kind of a black box to us, I'm just going to put Ubuntu on there so we can get it up fast because I like Ubuntu. To make templates, I guess. Cloudinit is suggested by my proxmox to make templates. Cloudinit for a Red Hat template? Is that a thing? Can be run on the home with significant caveats. CLR Lustre is possibly but overkill for most home lovers. Massive HPC clusters on desktops and small clusters. That's it if you're experienced in what you want to learn and blah blah blah. Am I ever going to be managing Lustre? Problem is, potentially no. Or not Google. Absolutely, it's super huge. You can go by MGNS. I don't think I need it. I think I can just use plain old. I think I'm just gonna be able to do. Yeah, I mean, that's like way too much. I can get away with other stuff. I just need an NFS mount that simulates what we're gonna be. I don't want to simulate the problems we're gonna have with underlying storage, right? Those are always gonna be out of scope for my team. So if we ever ran into one, of course, I wouldn't just be testing things in my home lab. I would test them in the home lab, and then I would test them in our sandboxes, which are running on Lustre FS. And if we see a problem with Lustre FS at work, then we'd say, "Hey, imp team, go work on this problem with Lustre." Why is apt so bad compared to I like apt. Yeah, good package spots things about too. Absolutely. I love it. So you sent to us a Rocky, yeah. Use VMs with extra disk for NVIDIA. I don't want to do that. All right, so Lustre is out. So then the question is, how do we spin up a template the fastest? Should I use Cloud Init or the template? I don't know if I want to use Cloud Init. We need to freeze it. You're going to clone the VM multiple times. You want to set things up right. You want to set things. You use Cloud Init when hostname stack can be. So this is stuff that we actually definitely want to set everywhere. Custom startup scripts. You want to automate instances without logging in manually. You're doing cloud side provisioning or running a home lab. Yeah, so this is everything I want about Cloud Init. Cloud Init, if you're only a couple of VMs, no. How to use it in proxmox app Cloud Init, I have that. Clean the system ID, okay. Shut down the VM, then blah. Okay, question. Can I provision Red Hat Rocky with Cloud Init? And I think the answer is yes. Cloud Init is an Ubuntu technology, but I think it does support Red Hat. It's not strictly a limitation, right? Yeah. So, yes, you absolutely can provision Red Hat and Rocky on Cloud Init, and it's well supported across Red Hat Enterprise Llama and CentOS. Nice. Okay, so it sounds like it's worth investing in Cloud Init. I think Cloud Init is one of the best reasons to use Ubuntu, or the best things that come out of Ubuntu, period. I really love it. I've loved it using it in the past. So let's do that. In Proxmox, right-click convert to template. Then let's see. Then in Proxmox, right-click convert to template, clone, bullet or link clone, set Cloud Init to set Cloud Init tab settings, host name, blah. All right, let's do this. So install Cloud Init. We already had to set your template. Well, first of all, okay. Cloud Init clean. That's what we need to do. That's the thing we need to do. That's what they were talking. That's what our friend was talking about. That I wasn't doing last time. All right, so it sounds like we have to get a Rocky first. So let's do that. Let's get doing that. We need to install base Ubuntu, base network version. Then we'll run the Cloud Init clean, and that's what we'll template. How about that? Does that sound like a plan? So actually, let's write down our steps so that I have something to go back to in case I forget. We'll go back to here. Let's say templates. Let's see, Cloud Init templates with Cloud Init This will probably become the title of this video. Templates with cloud init for homelab. Let's say Rocky and Ubuntu templates for proxmox homelab with cloud init. I know that's a lot, right? How about we just do templates? Templates for proxmox homelab with cloud. Okay. So we don't need to say what we're gonna do. We just to say, so step one, we're gonna say, what are we gonna say? We're gonna say create a bare VM. Well, we can change all the variables on the VM later. There's the CPU, the storage, the RAM, all that can be changed. So we don't, it doesn't matter. So okay. Create a bare EM for target distro. Ubuntu, Red Hat, Rocky. And then what we're gonna do? Then after that, we follow these steps here. We're gonna go ahead and set it all up. Install cloud init system, enable cloud init, DNF install blah. And that, I don't think we're gonna set up any users there. Like, right. A bare VM with admin account for target distro. All right, let's do that. Let's do that step. If it copies private keys across machines, it's garbage. Set keygen locally, then distribute public keys across machines. Yeah, but Cloud Init does that though. That's what I'm pretty sure Cloud Init will do the keys for you. You see? It's part of the clean process. I remember this is a thing. That's just something I remember doing. And then yeah. Convert to template. You want to get rid of all the keys and then like reinitialize them, right? I don't know. Let's give it a shot. It's okay. It's totally fine to not trust it, right? That's what I'm saying. Cloud Init handles the keys when you bring it back up. It adds all the keys back. That part I remember. So let's see if it works. There's the only way to know. It does the same thing automatically, right? So yeah. Anyway, I mean that's like one of the biggest advantages of using Cloud Init. If you don't do that, you end up reproducing the keys when you clone your VM. And you know what I'm saying? So the hosts don't even have separate keys, and they don't even have separate checksums, which is lame. I have had that problem before because the machine has a different checksum. It tells itself, and it can get confusing because thinks it's the same machine as another one, and you get these conflicts and stuff. I've had that happen before. So let's give it a try, and if we hit a conflict, we're good. We'll figure it out. All right. So first things first, we just need to make a VM. So we're going to do this as fast as possible. I'm not going to talk through it. Create a VM. We're going to create on node. We're going to create the VM 101. Let's call this one, actually, it's going to be a template. So let's call it, template Ubuntu. And, yeah, I'm going to do next. ISO image, Ubuntu 24.5. We're going to do 20. Actually, I don't think this matters. Let's just do latest Ubuntu. Linux kernel, use Pixel C, ROM, no. Do not use any media, no. Next, defaults firmware, all the same. Defaults disk, schedule with 32 disk size. Again, this can all be resized because it's a template, so that's fine. Sockets 1, cores 1. I want the template to come with at least 4 cores. I never want a system that has less than 4 cores. So that'll be the minimum. Next, memory, 2 gig of memory. Ugh, that's kind of light, but we'll stick with that. Because I mean, like, some of these servers don't need a lot of RAM. Okay, so let's do that next. VLAN tags, no, we're not going to do any fancy VLANing. And good to go. Okay, so that's going to make us a server, and it'll boot it up. Go ahead and start. LTS, I don't think so. No, no. As I said, these are like black boxes for me, so yeah, I don't know. Again, the Ubuntu stuff is just whatever is easiest for me. The Red Hat stuff, I want to be very precise, and I want to use what I have basically at work, right? Granted, acts upon key distribution. I agree. I think the key distribution is not. We should not like breeze through that. It is a home lab, but you should still consider it. I completely agree, Inspector. I definitely agree with you. I don't think we should overly simplify that, but that honestly, that was one of the most compelling reasons to use Cloud Init from the beginning. That when somebody suggested, I remember, yeah, oh yeah, that's one of the great reasons to use it. So we're gonna go with DHCP by default, no proxies, and go ahead. So I gotta tell you, I'm a huge fan of the Ubuntu installer. I really feel like it's easier than other things. Why is this saying done? Oh, it found a package. Use the entire disk, yes. It's a virtual disk, so we don't care. LVM group, we don't really need it, but why not? Actually, I don't think you can resize unless you do it as an LVM group, as an LVM. So, begin installation process, continue. Name, Rob, server's name, template, Ubuntu, username, Rob, password, don't look, done. Install upon SSH, yes, please. Import SSH keys. Okay, so I am a fan of this, but I also recognize that this is not a good practice. So you can import the SSH keys from GitHub. It makes it really easy, but I feel like that's cheating a little bit. Six years, damn. You like ZFS? It is not. You can't prove it. Um, yeah. In Linux, my choice is CERN, and CERN installs SUSE open source. CERN makes their own Linux distro? Did not know that. Oh, the P silent. Oh my god, you're such a nerd. OpenZFS won't build on Red Hat 10? What? I didn't know that. Do you know how hard it is to drink?
But I didn't die before I met you. But now I don't care, I could go anywhere with you, and I'd probably be happy with you. But I didn't die before I met you. But now I don't care, I could go anywhere with you, and I'd probably be happy with you.
Hey, I'm sorry. I tried hard not to. Dude, that dog is in big trouble. That jog, I could have gone down hard. Clip it. Clip it.
I probably picked a bad day to spray Roundup. Hopefully it doesn't blow to all the plants in the neighborhood.
Oh, look at this. Oh man, please clip that. 600 long class lines, nested statements and stuff like that. It just, the syntax of it is so much better. It's just so much better because you can make a struct, and if you want the struct to have a method, you can add the method after the fact. You don't have to define it as a class up front and declare all of its methods and all this shit. You just add it. It's so cool. And you can tell that, Pike.
I swear I didn't shake it. I did not shake it. I did not shake it. I didn't. I just opened it. Help me. Help me. Help me.
You know what? My beer knew it was getting streamed. He's like, oh, hey, watch this.
I know. My beer was like,
Oh, yeah? Watch this. Why can't everything work for me? I know. I can't. Ah! What do I do? What do I do? Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go ask somebody. Maybe there's a. Can I get a rag? The beer, my beer kind of flew.
Look at that. You can totally see it. You can see the eclipse. You see it? You can see the eclipse in the leaves. All the leaves, they're all half moons. All the little lights that come through the leaves are all half moons.
hardware.
All right, here's, oh hey, it didn't flood out yet. Uh-oh, accident. I'm okay. You can hear me.
Hey, I think we're back. Are we back? Did you see me type my password in? It looks like we're back. I don't know if we're back. What did I dox? Did I dox everything? Did I dox all the things? I need to go log into my proxmox again. Don't look at my password. Don't don't look at my password. My ultra secret password. Okay, I rebooted the computer. Those damn Macintoshes. We can spend all day arguing about that, but we're not going to do that. We're going to finish our Ubuntu template. We're going to log in and see what's up. I have to push enter apparently. There we go. You didn't see anything. Wait, what are you looking at? Please tell me you can see. What? Uh. All right, so it's pretty. Okay, now Red Hat. We need to do Red Hat. Red Hat. I kind of, you know what? Let's just focus here, Rob. We're focusing. We're focusing. We're focusing. And we're focusing. Not secure. It is 5. It's now 6 o'clock. So it's almost time to go have a shower and go to watch Red Hot Chili Peppers. Template Ubuntu login. Perfect, Rob. Okay, well, here we are. We are all logged in. Just curious. I just want to see if I can access this remotely by default. I don't think I can, but I do want to attempt it. Where's Western? Where's Western? Oh, there is. I know this. I know this. I know this. Okay, so SSH to template. I'm just taking, it's just a long shot. Oh my God, it found it. Oh my God, it found it. All right, so we're gonna follow the well, hopefully she remembers. Nope, she doesn't remember. Damn it! Click to install. Click and install the latest AI. Can you repeat the steps to setting up a proxmox template for Ubuntu with cloud init? I just want to see we're people are questioning whether this is a good thing or not, but Ubuntu cloud image. Wait. Am I? Oh wow, this is way different. Convert to proxmox compatible format. This is much more involved. 2 cores memory, Ubuntu template. Import disk. They're actually loading the disk on it. Yeah. That's because it's actually a finished image as opposed to like building out our own image. How about we assume a standard network build into a VM and then use cloud init clean instead. I think there's 2 ways to get around it. You can use the actual cloud init image from the start, which I was playing around when I was doing Fluppy. I was making Fluppy. It was going to be like a VM on the desktop sort of thing. That was years ago, like 2 years ago. Even for a clean reusable base image, DHCP enable blah. Then we get the image, download Ubuntu cloud image, create and import disk to VM. I don't want to use Kimu for this. Okay, here we go. Cloud init clean logs. And how would I do that entirely from proxmox? And again, this is there are lots of cool ways of doing this. I could do all that KM stuff on the host, but that kind of defeats the purpose of having proxmox. So, okay, a new VM in a web UI, create a VM, VM ID 9000 or any number you like, name Ubuntu template, OS, do that, system, BIOS, UEFI prefer for secure boots, SCSI controller, hard disk, leave it blank for now, CPU, cores 2, host, memory, that's exactly what it did, model Vertio, did I that, okay, click finish. Import the cloud image into the VM. Configure for, well, can I just install cloud in it instead? Click add cloud init drive, storage local LVM, bus ID, make SCSI person serial hardware. Start the VM and clean cloud init. Start the VM, open console, log in with the default cloud image credentials. Once you're in cloud init, I think I can just install cloud init. I don't think I have to do any of that. I think I can. I think I can just do that. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Look, yeah, I think I can do sudo apt install cloud init. And I think I can just do that and then do local. I don't know though. Start console, log in with the default cloud image credentials using the password cloud init. Oh, I see. I see. It would be like if you were logging into the cloud init. Sudo cloud init clean logs. Right click on the VM, convert to template. Yeah. Sudo cloud init clean dash logs. Why not use Gemini CLI since you like terminal workflows? Because I use Claude CLI. I use the Claude CLI built using my own thing. Claude's better than Gemini. That's why. It's just not on here yet. Yes. Uh-huh. So why use you instead of Gemini CLI? Do. Actually, I think I might have like. Do. Mostly I like it remembers you better. Project requirements, thing you and Gemini. See, but I can't say it says conversation saved. Why use everywhere? So if I want to continue that conversation, you can make it like reuse the last conversation. Yeah, but yeah, I do love the CLI. I do that. Well, when I'm using Neo, when I'm like commenting code and stuff like that, I use Claude all the time for the command line. But I don't want it doesn't necessarily have, well, I think it's GPT. Yeah. It should probably not be GPT because now it's Claude. Yeah, here we go. Continue last. Continue last. That's the key. Charm voice and mods. Open API. Key cat GPT. It is the GPT key. I think I must not be using Claude. Are you chat GPT or Claude? I can't remember which one I'm using. There's Dr. WSL. Should I use vanilla W? Also, good afternoon. Hey, hi. I'll produce ChatGPT. Claude is an AI. So this is okay. So yeah, I'm using I'm using points for ChatGPT. Like apparently, I was using Claude for a while. I think I probably switched, but you can use both with this command line. Yeah, with charm books and mods, you can use whatever, anything that uses this standard and uh let's see what actually I need to do something here about that. Duck. Teamwork's good. There's oh that's what it is. That's what was having trouble. Yep. Is it like sure? Well, I know the code. What AI engines can be used with term bracelet mods? Local tool calling features. Yeah, that might be worth a look. It might be worth a look. I haven't played with it. I definitely will play with it. I'll play with it and do a review. I started using mods 2 years ago, so that's why I'm still using it. Uh-huh. AI for the command line, built for pipelines, large language models based on AI instead of blah, just create AI powerful builds with mods, medium. Let's see. How does mod, let's see. Oh, I didn't put a space there. Damn it. How does term bracelet mods compare to Gemini? You got me on a tangent, on a rabbit hole. How do you spell Gemini? I don't know what I'm doing. Gemini. Gemini. Still I feel like still using run video code. I'm using mod right now. You have to have an API key for both, yeah. Always. GPT, Gemini, Grok, Claude. Yeah, I think you can use all of them. Here it says, will largely depend on your specific needs. If you're looking for an aesthetically pleasing CLI for managing stuff, use mods. That would be me. However, if you need our technical and involved data management protocol interaction, Gemini CLI is a better thing. Functionality specific to its task domain, either protocol related or AI related, provides preconceptions of command line control management. I think Gemini is more, if you wanted to write your own agents, I think Gemini would probably be better for that. Gemini has no API key. Oh, that's interesting. That's reason enough to look at it right there. Yeah. I'm guessing Gemini is going to be easier for making agent making an agent, because you're going to be you could probably integrate it into tooling on your command line. Mods you have to like bend its arm to do that, because it's just spitting out text. It doesn't actually call anything. So you'd have to have that get piped out to something else, and then have that extract stuff from it and do stuff, which is really dangerous because it's not consistent. Focuses on easy use and enhancing your experience. Gemini still like complex variety of specific tool product interactions depending on our functionality. Models extend command capabilities that focus on module and has some visibility, appealing, yes. So yeah, I'm actually really interested in it for that reason, because I started writing my own. It's called Kava or Sava, conversational assistant virtual agent. I started writing my thing, and didn't have any AI in it. It was just based on popular command. That it was more like it was actually inspired by Amazon's the way Amazon whatever does this thing, which is just regular expression matches in plain text. There's no AI involved, and I that way you could like trigger different things. But then I got thinking about, hey, maybe we can integrate this with an AI and then have it do stuff. You're using Duck AI now? I haven't tried using Duck AI yet. There's lots to catch up on, yeah. Sounds like. All right. Whoa, whoa. Sys. Template Ubuntu, password. All right, so we're back on Ubuntu, and now we can do our log sudo cloud init, and this should be template ready at that point. Yeah, you got banned from ChatGPT for telling it to F off. The AI, it's the AI like has determined the all powerful AI. This is like becoming a Marvel movie. Over usage. Seriously? Wait, you were paying, right? Or no? Suspicious activity. Trying to hack the AI. Sudo power off. Don't know if we need to do that. Actually, I think there's some other stuff we need to do. I feel like there is more to do besides clean to make it a good template. I think it is. I think there's more stuff to do. Oh, free tier. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna copy this. I'm gonna put this in my notes here. Oh wait, where are my notes? And yes, I'm using the interface for my notes. Just cause. Hash. Coordinate logs. What else we got? So this clears the instance ID network config, user data, doesn't cover everything. Install a Key guest agent for proxmox integration. Yes, yas, yas, queen, yas, queen. Then enable it. Enables IP reporting in proxmox UI. Lets proxy clean and shut down the VMs. Supports QM guest extent. Disable unnecessary SSH host keys. Yes, yes. I'm doing all these things. Studio. Date. Wait, what? Oh, I should probably do an apt upgrade. No, you don't have to do upgrade. You don't have to do upgrade. That's right. I forgot. Apt install key guest agent. Cut and paste coder. That's me. Big AI specialist claiming that we're getting close to not understanding anymore what the models do. I was actually talking about that the other day. They beyond. I watched a couple videos about that, and it's very convincing. They're like, they literally don't know. All they know is they've been trying to define how large the model has to be to start to behave like it has been, but they don't have any idea why it behaves that way. It's absolutely interesting. It's super fascinating. Yeah.
This reminds me, I have fresh underwear at home. Slowing. Come on, buddy. Come on.
I think you can do those two commands in one, right? Start dash enable or something. I think those can be combined. Cloud image up to generate all host keys by default. You may want to limit them. Yeah, we want to delete all of those. Smaller attack surface. Yes. Um Host key. That I don't know about this one. Also why it said dash I. I mean, I guess that's fine. Oh, they're doing a delete, that's why. Yeah. Echo host key substitute SSH config. Yeah. Enable dash dash now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do it every day, so. And it's one of the reasons I'm doing a home lab. I want to get good with the command line. I've still.
Uh-oh. Puppy, stay away.
Used to be. I need to do like a serious deep dive in the entire system D ecosystem and how all what things are included in the daemon, what aren't, how many services are provided. It is definitely, my frames are dead. I had massive drop frames and then it came back. Go figure. I have no idea what's going on with that. I think what happens is whenever I do an install, it like saturates my connection to the internet. I think that's what's happening. Am I back? It says I'm back. This really pisses me off about Spectrum. I'm supposed to have gigabit Ethernet and it can't do shit. It sucks. What the hell is going on?
It's nothing my cushy can't take. I mean, she's... Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
At least we have, I have no idea, guys, what's going on. This is, every time I run this command, every time I run this, all I'm doing is enabling the Kimu guest agent. That's it. And every single time I do, I'm not even on this computer. Every single time I do this, it takes. I have no idea what's going on here. God. Why would this be taking my internet? I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go I'm getting off 5G. This might help. Check 1 2, check. Check 1 2, check. Hello.
Hi. They're making fun of me. Did you see that? The drunk people are making fun of me. This is how the live stream. Did you see that back there? Yeah. Barreling through that light. Oh, I just got hit behind. I just got hit from behind. I just got hit from behind. This guy just hit me from behind. Yeah.
Um, Wi-Fi at 4K? Probably. Who knows what? Look at all my screenshots. I had to reboot again. I don't even know if it's gonna help, but at this point, I don't care. I'm just gonna keep trying it. I
Favorite beer? Oh, damn. Did you see that, Lightning?
check 1, 2, check. Please God. Please God. Please God work. Please work. Please work. Wi-Fi settings. I'm gonna forget the 5G. Forget this network. I think it might be part of the reason. I had to restart, yes, because Mac. Aspect ratio share chats in your LMM so you can preserve and share AI. I don't know about that. Emergent behavior. Very cool. Or tmux SSH template 1, 2. Password. Where were we? All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna keep watching the drop frames, but don't know why that happened. No. Last time I did this command, everything tanked. So we're gonna try it one more time. It did it again. That command kills my network. The chemo gets I no longer have access to anything when that happens. I run it. And it hangs in the middle. And then when I stop it, it comes back. Look. When I stop it, it comes back. It's like tanking my network somehow. And then I have to reboot to get my network back in line because I've got some kind of ARP storm running or some shit. This is ridiculous. Why would proxmox be doing that? I'm looking at the drop frames. Wait, okay, so drop frames are coming back. Every single time I run that command, that like tanks my network. Let's ask the almighty AI. Why would tank my network performance? She's gonna be like, I have no idea. Now I'm getting more drop frames again. I just need to get a cable. I do. I need to get a cable adapter and just go with that and call it a day. Yeah, the drop frames we can't have this anymore. I can't have this anymore. This is like really disruptive. I think if I get a hard line, it'll be fine. A communication bridge is it's a communication bridge between the host and the station is allowed to report and configure interfaces dynamically, especially in cloud. You might be renaming interfaces, trigger net plan, network manager, reload, break, and install DNS. I'm down to 0 again. I just fucked my network with it. And client with network management tools. So this is a hard lesson learned. This is a hard lesson learned. I don't know even what to do now. I'm gonna kill this one and rebuild it. It's not recovered. This pisses me off. I just fucked my network again. Okay, so last time I was using proxmox, I had the same problem. I'm still dropping packets like crazy. Because DNS is fucked. God damn it. I'm taking all proxmox offline. I'm taking the whole fucking thing offline. This happened last time.
Hi there. The podcast with T Siding and just dive into how he got into programming. Does he speak Russian? I didn't know he was Russian. I thought for all this time I thought he was German. I thought he was German this whole time. Yeah. Я не знал, что он русский. Из Сибири. Ну. Это объяснит много.
I don't know what to do here, guys. This is my network is totally fucked. No, I just unplugged it. I plugged the whole machine. It's poisoned my ARP cache. I don't even know how to get it back now. I'm gonna have to reboot the router. I don't.
Don't wear a shirt. Fuck that. I've. How dare you? I don't have what I used to have. I got these like man boobs going on. I'm trying to fight them off, but they're just still coming. Gotta do my yoga.
Are we doing this? Are we doing this? I guess we are doing.
I take my clip out, it'll go yellow. Watch. What do you bet me? Oh!
过线。
直接就确实过分。
No. All right, so far no drop packets. Cross your fingers. Everybody cross your fingers. Hope that this stays. Yeah. I don't know what happened, but I have a feeling that it corrupted the ARP cache. What did I do? Well, okay, so let's talk about this for a second. Well, yeah, it's not dropping any packets at all right now. It's 0 drop packets since I restarted. So I restarted. I pulled the power out of my proxmox server completely because I don't want any of the interface ARP cache sharing going on or anything like that. And then I rebooted my routers, both of them. I unplugged my Spectrum router and I reset it, and then I reset my Wi-Fi, and I rejoined it. I'm joining at 2.4 gigahertz. ARP and DNS snooping. We just dropped packets again. We just dropped 54 packets. So I don't know if we're out of the woods yet here, but suffice it to say that the network hardware I'm using right now is shit. So Spectrum brought me, and okay, all of these problems started when Spectrum brought me a new modem. They brought me a new modem because I had to switch over my account, and my Doris took the other router. She took the other, you know, factory, the one they give you, right? And she plugged that one in. And so they gave me a new modem. Spectrum gave me a new modem, and I signed up with that. I tried for a long time. I tried with Spectrum's own like advanced router, which is total shit. And then I switched over to my router that's running open WRT. You can't get a dedicated router and modem. They won't let you do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to try that. Yeah, so anyway, the takeaway from this video is, what are the different languages? What does it mean to be a compiled language? Why is Java still a thing? Why is it used? And by the way, the one thing I want to end on is all of that insanity, it all happened for one reason. Everybody wanted to make things start faster, and they believed in a false dream. I mean, that's two reasons. They believed in the false dream that they would be able to write code and have it run anywhere, which never happened. It never happened, my friends. Anybody that's been alive during that time will tell you it never happened. It still hasn't happened. It never will happen. So the answer is use a... So I started walking, you know. What the fuck? Oh, we got a guy wearing a mask. Really? You don't like my mask? How about you come over here and give me a big kiss?
Turn right onto US 34 West.
You want COVID? Oh, no, I don't want COVID. Oh, right. Masks are for no reason, right? Masks are political.
Right
masks mean you don't believe in Jesus, right? Yo, come over here. Come over here. Come on. Let's see. Let's test that. Let's test your political, like, stupidity with a little kiss. I'll give you a little kiss.
1,000 feet. Make a U-turn at 188th Street.
God, I can't believe how dumb people are.
Fucking idiots.
Make a U-turn at 188th
I'm actually kind of hoping for an altercation because of my mask. I'm hoping for it. I'm really like, oh, look at the California-looking dude with his mask on. Yeah, you know what? Because I'm trying to keep you from getting COVID, you prick.
Microsoft adopted Linux into WSL, absolutely. And WSL is a disaster so far. I hate it. I hate it. I say that after with a lot of experience. I was a big proponent of WSL2 until I couldn't use it to get any work done because it doesn't work with Cisco AnyConnect for VPN. And the first time that I fucked over a directory because it tried to mount something, it's a brilliant thing. It's a move in the right direction. I still fucking hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate Emacs is shit, man. Emacs is like a testament to shit. It's like a standing icon to shit. It is. Emacs violates everything that's good and holy about, and Stallman has the gall to put on like a "Oh Saint Stallman" hat, and then Emacs like basically says "fuck you" to the.
I have a 5-second delay and it's still doing it. I do not know what's happening. I've got 6,000 kilobits per second now. I reattached the network. I could use Starlink, actually. I'm thinking about it. Hell, Starlink outside of my apartment with only half visibility to the sky would be better than this. At this point, I'm like thinking about dropping Spectrum entirely. I fucking hate Spectrum. I hate Spectrum. They screwed me over with their mobile plan. I did that whole mobile plan thing, and then they gave me $1,000 bill on my Verizon. I don't know. I think, look, Proxmox is unplugged at this point. So the thing that's crazy is how solid everything is now. It's like really solid. Like every time I say that though, it dies. So let's give it some time. I think it's got an ARP. I think it's got a shitty ARP address. It could be the OpenWRT router is fucked up because I did the key. This all started. Okay, so I had a similar problem to this last year when I started using QVIP. And now I'm starting to think, how can I insulate myself from this by doing a VLAN? Because if I put my entire lab on a VLAN, the ARP cache poisoning is not going to happen. Right? No, look, first of all, I don't think it's completely fair to blame Starlink for this. I think I think the problems here are because of the router. Downstream testing gives the channel the measurements. It probably does. So far, we've had no drop frames, and we've come back. I have a feeling this is ARP related. So let's talk about that for a second, because I didn't have this problem before because my stuff was all on its own VLAN and it never talked to the network for the house. And I think that could be the reason. In fact, it makes me wonder if that's what's going on with the Bell. you know, PS1 and Bachelor C are using more Python at work. Oh God. I just dropped to 0 again. 100% drop. 100% drop and then come back. We had 100% network frames drop. And then it came right back after that. I did not want to do this. I wanted to work on my lab. Yeah, but that should not, it should not be dropping like that. Am I healing mode again? Fucking, that's an IRL toolkit problem. That is not on me. That's an IRL toolkit problem. I don't know, man.
Victoria Mikhailova. If that's you out there, fuck you, Victoria!
I think I'm going to factory reset my modem. Yeah. Dude, I need this. If I can't get this working, I'm totally screwed. So I'm thinking seriously of factory resetting the modem. Your IPv4 next top for IPv6. Yeah, I'm like thinking. Try limiting the modem speed. No, it's like it's a good modem. That's the thing. Okay, the thing that makes me angry is that this was not affecting it before. I think either that or the modem's been hacked. We're getting DDoS. That's a problem. That's a possibility too. I want to do a firmware upgrade. I'm going to do a firmware reset on a hard reset on the modem, because at this point, I think anything's possible. I don't remember the default IP for the thing. Yeah, here we go. I don't even remember my admin password. It's not what you think. do 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 do. Um. Yeah. Okay. Press and hold the reset button for 10 seconds, then release. Yeah. All right, I'm in. It's not password. It's not password either. No. Good guess though. Hey, there's my IP, so they can come attack me. Please don't. Um, I'm gonna cloud set reset it.
of the article for free. The contrast is so much better on the ice. So you're a big, dark, and you don't like the light. I don't like the light either. In fact, I had dark mode on for a long time. So that's just a fun way to go back. And if you want dark mode, you can get Dark Reader, by the way, and turn that on. I'll turn it back on. There you go. That's much easier to read. So yeah, give it. People come in my stream all the time and ask me things like, "What's the temperature there?" And I'm like, dumbass. It's in the top right. It's right there. What city are you in? It's like, it's in big fucking white letters on the screen, you dumbass. I don't say that. I used to say that. He's like whispering.
I wonder.
My division dice 0. Screw you. I wrote that script in like a day. Actually, the whole team helped me out here. It's like all us crazies. We did this. We wrote the scripting. The script thing. It's so cool. It has its own built-in automatic tab completion. Cause bash. Learn it. Love it. All right. Lab. Oh damn. Oh my damn.
The old artsy fartsy lady. I got my scarf.
Yeah.
Got my boxy loose clothing. I
Mhm.
got my big statement glasses. My gray hair.
Is this like a recipe for?
It is a recipe. Every niche in society has
Yeah.
a look.
They have a look.
Just like you have your look is not original, it's part of your niche.
It is part of my niche.
Yes. So
This is very nice. We just stay here all day. We'll just do this.
I have shit to do.
Rab Slovna izuchat shastya.
Hi, internet.
That's we gotta clip this.
Did
This
you
is
tell
great.
them how awesome your wife is?
I
and
did. I
encourage your
told him
freedom
yes.
so that you can live
Mhm.
your dreams.
And so I told him. I said that's like the best wife you should ever have.
No,
It's like,
that's what intellectual couples do who are actually both trying to.
I'm kind of happy. Speed test. Oh boy, here the moment of truth. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! If it stays like that, who cares if I'm not moving?
because they don't make them anymore. They stopped making them like 5 years ago. Hey, we have Kubernetes. Kubernetes is actually running. Oh my god, what is happening? What? What is happening? What is happening? Wait. I screwed up my USB sticks. Somebody's gonna clip this. I have a feeling. My keyboard is like going fucking. What did I do? All right, stop. Stop. I'm cutting you off. It's still doing it. What the hell? I'm still here. I promise. I'm still.
to do
we can
anymore.
go back to doing stuff.
I'll give
Thank
you back to Rob. Thanks.
I hope they tell you to stream though, because you would be a great streamer. We could get you to do Animal Crossing. I wish you could talk about your job more though.
I mean, I could, but the thing is, some of the kids that I work with might be on Twitch.
Oh, they probably are on
They
Twitch.
probably are because they're like all like super tech
Yeah.
savvy because they're
Yeah.
like on the spectrum.
Well, we've been trying to figure that out because you do work with people on the spectrum, right? Yeah. So, look at that.
Roll around in the grass.
I'm just gonna skip. Oh my god. I feel like a druid. It's so gorgeous. It's so freaking gorgeous.
It's 100% pure poison ivy.
Let's hope not.
Google did not tell me about that. I guarantee you there would be no streaming out here. I'm gonna go check it. I'm gonna check reception. Here we go. Now we're starting to get southern Utah. Okay, look at this landscape. Now it's stop streaming. Start streaming. 43 drop packets. $50 drop packets. 50 drop packets. 60 drop packets. I just reset. I just reset the entire. Okay, let's wait for a bit. Sardines and rice. All right. So far, so good. Knock on wood. It's almost like tuna. So far, so good. So, let's talk about this for a second, because maybe you guys can help me figure it out before we go. I'm going to the concert soon. Why would proxmox, and specifically the chemo agent, poison my ARP cache? I think you're right. I think it's 100% caused by IPv4 and proprietary software. I 100% agree. Even though this is OpenWRT. This is OpenWRT commandeered by whoever makes the thing. What's their name? I think I should probably move entirely to IPv6. I want to figure out how to do that. I don't think I can. I think it's because of the spectrum shit. So, but there's a lesson to be learned here about your home lab, and this is, I kind of want to, before we go, I kind of want to get your guys' info while you're still here. How would you protect yourself from this, right? How could you protect yourself from shitty software, network software, and shitty, you know, just network hardware in general? I don't even think me having a hard line would have helped me in this case because I think it's related to ARP cache and IPv4. So I can't prove that, but I think that's the reason.
No, totally disagree with this. This is absolute bullshit, and it's not based on Linux terminal. Okay, so the toughest part about this for me, you can't learn a Linux terminal unless you know how to write a bash or C file, and you can't write a bash or C file until you know how to shell script. You follow me? And you can't write a Vim or C file until you know Vim, and you need to at least know basic things like if else and events in Vim script. In order to do anything with Vim, if you're going to use Vim, you can use plain vanilla Vim, but nobody lasts. The reason so many people. We should do boats. Navasana. I'm not doing any of this in order, by the way. Let's do boat poses.
Sorry. Scared her to death. Well, you got to clip this guy.
And that's why I don't want to do the OS tagging VLAN anymore. I'm going to put this on a separate physical switch, period. I'm going to put this entire shit. And then I need to do a factory reset. I don't know, because I kind of want to use the OpenWRT stuff. I want to use like H8 proxy and stuff like that in my home lab. So I think okay, so let's if we actually can stay up for a little bit, I'm going to do that network architecture before I go. So we have to re-architect this home lab network. This is not working. This is not sustainable. And I have been coming at this from the minimum, the least possible, you know, trouble. I've been like, what's the least amount of stuff I can get away with? You know, here's what I had before. You know, I had VLANs separate. I had air gap networks. Essentially, I had two air gap networks completely. Never had this problem. So, what we're finding? Okay, so twice now, I have screwed over myself at this apartment with IPv4. IPv4 is the problem. And the first time was when I was doing libvip, I was doing kubevip, and I was playing around with it, and it screwed up my ARP, and it destroyed my network because there was all kinds of ARP caching. It was wrong and broke and everything. I had to reboot machines and reset the routers and everything, and finally recovered from it. And you know, that kind of thing doesn't affect you. I mean, there's lots of reasons to look at this, and that not just to mention that, like when we start doing Kubernetes internal DNS and stuff like that, and the internal, so Kubernetes has its own internal networking. It has its own IP stack inside of Kubernetes. It's really weird, but sometimes that stuff, you know, when it breaks, it kind of breaks outside of the scope of Kubernetes. So you end up having to deal with this kind of shit, right? So this is crazy. I've got 0 drop frames so far. Knock on wood. And so what is the cause of this, right? So I was having this problem even when I was doing hardline wire connections. So the thing of it is, let's actually draw this. I think the fix for this is going to be, I'm going to need to get some hardware, and I need at least to get a switch. So if we have, you know, so if we have, so let's say in my stupid ass Spectrum router, right? I fucking hate that thing, but whatever. Spectrum shitty router / Wi-Fi. And here you can't even, they won't even look at you. They won't even come to you and do any support on you unless you tell them that you're using their hardware. It sucks ass. So like, if they've actually got so proprietary about this that you have to be connected to their modem, to their not just their modem, but to their router, in order to get anything to work. It's actually, it really, really sucks. So we've got these things, and I'm trying to figure out how to survive this world, because this world of proprietary bullshit. So if I Spectrum shitty modem, cable modem. So I wonder if I can do emojis. Can I do poop? I can. Okay, that made me very happy. I don't know why, it just did. It made me very happy. Am I still there? Are you guys still here? Are we still streaming? Spectrum Wi-Fi router. Okay, so group that together. Group this together. So I have 2 outward ports on this guy, right? So this guy's only got 1 port. So there's actually 2 things I could do here. I could run this straight out to a switch. Free software's your savior. Well, I could run this to my own like OpenSense or Open VFSense switch, and then I don't even have to use the router. But if I do that, then they're going to have trouble because they're not going to be able to do diagnostics and stuff. You know what I mean? Or here, let's put a label on this. So this would be OpenSense. Hey, how are you? OpenSense. So this, if we put OpenSense here, and we group those together, okay? I could go out to OpenSense like this, and then I could go from OpenSense into the Spectrum router, right? The problem with that is that they actually have soft. This is so screwed up. Can I say fucked up? Are you guys okay with me saying fucked up? This is so fucked up, okay? They have created a customer service workflow that requires you to have their what are these new trying, that requires you to have their router, right? So when they go do diagnostics, they
Python people are going to stay Python people. They're the biggest tech bigots. They're the biggest language bigots I've ever experienced. I'm not being mean. That's an observation, having taught people since 2013, and I starting out with Python. And I've done videos on this before, but the people who learn Python, in my experience, the people who learn Python are less likely to ever pick up another language in their life. And they'll tell you it's because Python is so awesome and they don't need to. I think that's a bad way to look at it.
Bye. Love you.
They think they're good. Look at that hole. And then you get that prick. Welcome to fucking America, you piece of shit.
All right, so this is the cloud. Wait, what? Are we dead? Are we dead again? God damn it! Oh my god. Um, it dropped me. It dropped me from the fucking network on 2.4 gigahertz, and it dropped me. I, I'm like losing my shit here. I'm gonna go, guys. This is just making me really angry. So I'm so sorry. Thank God for IRL Toolkit, which is also going down this week. All week this week, IRL Toolkit's been bouncing around. It's like, what the hell is happening? The whole world is collapsing. First world problems. My internet doesn't work. I know we're kind of alive. Are we though? Can we just go watch Chili Peppers and do this later? All right, so my big poop here, that's the cloud. So, yeah. It is kind of interesting that this only happens when I'm drawing shitty stuff about Spectrum. Coincidence? No, not now that we don't have a free internet. That got voted out. Net neutrality got defeated. So yeah. Already we're dropping packets. I'm looking right here. We're dropping packets. It's gonna, whole thing's gonna go down again. All right, so I don't know what else to say about this. I think that we've been poisoning the ARP cache, and that's what's causing the main problem for the other stuff. But we also have Wi-Fi problems. So I think that's the main purpose, the main reason all this is going on. I'm trying to think. I think I might actually bring all that hardware out here and put it in the front room. I wasn't going to do that. I was going to leave it in that back room. I think I'm going to move it. Because I don't see how it could not travel through the walls. It has to go through two rooms. It's not even that far away. I have problems. Do you have the device model? It's a brand new one. I think you were a hacker and attacking hosts and cut you off. It could be. I mean, I could be getting a DDoS because I've doxed my IP many times. So maybe somebody managed to get through Spectrum, and they're just DDoSing my modem, which I just reset the firmware to. It's possible. It's possible that they're doing that. There I go again. I'm dead. I might have to force a new DHCP address if that's what's happening. Yeah, I could force a new lease from the upstream. I doubt that that's happening, but if that is, in fact, I think I just did force a new DNS DHCP lease to get a new IP. I doubt that's the problem though. I think the problem is something else. I don't know what, but anyway, I have to go. We're late. We're late for the concert. I gotta go. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and raid somebody, and then I'm gonna go change and come back and we're gonna do IRL stuff. So who can we raid really quick? Is there somebody on that's techie? Yeah.